You know, people hear, that's why I asked what you study, because most people hear Red Cross and just think, oh, you're just there to give drugs or give first aid and all of that. You've mentioned teachers now, so you cover a broad spectrum of things. Yes. You provide clothes sometimes, you provide shelter and all of that. So, and how strongly tied are you to the international body as a Nigerian body?
Okay, that's quite interesting. What we call the Red Cross is actually the international movement of the Red Cross and the Red Crescent societies. It's actually a movement, the largest humanitarian movement in the world. And there are three key organs of the Red Cross movement. We have the ICRC, the International Committee of the Red Cross. We have the IFRC, the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. And then we have the national societies, which Nigeria is an example. Saudi Arabia Red Crescent, for instance, Lebanon Red Cross, Ghanaian Red Cross. So the Nigerian Red Cross is a whole. It's a one organization. It's the same thing. It's the same operation guided by the international, the 7 fundamental principles of the Red Cross.
So, does this mean that sometimes if something happens in Syria, for example, do you, for example, get to go there? Is this something that happens? Do you also get non-Nigerians who have to be here sometimes to work with the IDPs up north?
Yes, exactly. That happens because the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent, for instance, societies, for instance, helps to coordinate international humanitarian activities among the national societies. So once disasters strike, usually the community or the country lacks the capacity to manage the situation as quickly as possible. So the IFRC then can help to coordinate activities. So the French Red Cross, for instance, might be interested in bringing relief materials to the Red Cross. Our friends in Ghana want to support the Nigerian Red Cross, in Niger. So the IFRC helps to coordinate these activities. So sometimes we don't just have that capacity. I remember, time is also key.
Yeah.
So you want to respond as quickly as possible. You want to close the gap. So you bring in quite a lot of people. So IFRC can help to facilitate that. Sorry
to go back to the Northeast again. I don't know if you've been there in your person to see how things are there, but a lot of Nigerians read things. We don't necessarily know how bad the situation is. What's really happening up north now with the IDPs, to be precise?
Well, I haven't been there in person, but like I said, a lot of organizations are doing a great job. NEMA is coordinating that very well, and the Red Cross is well involved. It's a lot of people are suffering. It's difficult for even as bad as things can be, but you are in your homes. You're comfortable. You're under. Everything is just fine, and then suddenly you have to leave your home. You are afraid every day. So people have to be there to assist, and the Red Cross is well involved, like I said. So there's a great job going on in the Northeast, but it's challenging, but it's quite interesting also.
Yeah. I know. Let me ask a very typically Nigerian question, because it's nice to be a humanitarian, it's nice to give back, but making it your job is a whole other thing. What's in it for you to be a member of the Nigerian Red Cross or Doctors Without Borders, things like that? What's in it for you as a person?
Well, for a lot of people ask that question. A lot of people are quite interested in joining the Red Cross, and sometimes they give you different interesting reasons. People think if you're a member of the Red Cross, you just get to the embassy and then...
And you can travel anywhere you want.
Yes. But there's a lot of importance to it. But the first thing people have to bear in mind is the humanitarian nature of being associated with the Red Cross or other humanitarian organization. The spirit of humanitarianism, that should be key. But every other thing will fall in place. For young people, it is good. We hear things like we can't get a job, getting a job is difficult. Volunteering for the Red Cross is quite good because apart from developing your own skills, you are privileged to certain training that are not common there, can even be quite very expensive. And then, you just do all these things for free just to empower you and then also be able to help people. And then remember, all these things is still tied to helping people. But while you are involved in the Red Cross, like I said, you gain a lot of things, you improve your own skills, you go out there, you meet people, you can even be privileged to even meet the president. Just the simple occasion of World Humanitarian Day where the president has decided to come to the occasion.
So how does volunteering work now? If I wanted to volunteer for the Red Cross, I just walk in and I get...
Well, it's quite simple as that. All you need to do is indicate your interest. There could be basic interview as per what area do you think you can fit in, what is your background, your level of training, okay, can you do this, can you do that, and then there's always a place for everyone. Volunteering is quite different from membership. In membership, you have to purchase quite, just like a giveaway, just a couple of fees to get your phone card, but they are so minute.
Yeah.
So we run membership in the Nigerian Red Cross. Some other national societies in the world don't run membership. Some do in Africa, in Europe, in Asia. Some don't run. It's just purely volunteerism, and the staff and then the volunteers. But we, presently in the Nigerian Red Cross Society, we run a membership.
So you can be a member and have your day job,
yeah,
but
sure.
when you're a member, you are fully Red Cross.
No. It's just in volunteer capacity. Although we have staff who actually run the organization, but our strength is in the volunteers. Our staff could be in Lagos State, let me see, maybe 20 or so. And then, of course, you have these hundreds of thousands of volunteers outside.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Finally, now, before we go, besides the Northeast, are there any other parts in Nigeria where you're involved in, on a major scale, maybe?
Well, we are involved in every aspect, but on the major scale right now, I think the focus is on the North. But generally, like I said, we are involved in a lot of activities. This week alone, we've had a couple of camps, training camps, where we have to bring in youths in their numbers, 500, 600 in different states, even kids. We just concluded what we call Junior Red Cross camp in Lagos, where we bring kids between 4 and 12, those in primary schools. And all we teach them is first aid, safety, humanitarianism, volunteerism, and all aspects of these areas of our activities.
Well, thank you very much for all you do. World Humanitarian Day, August 19th?
August 19th.
Every year?
Every year.
August 19th every year. Hopefully, maybe we'll be back again with you next year
Hopefully.
to talk more about it and get more people involved in the good things that Red Cross and, of course, all other humanitarian organizations do. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more. Please stay with us.